In Providence, everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
Wait, put it! Watching the guy! Come on, D. Hey, 166!
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Wait, 380! I got you! Watch it! No, 60.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 60 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Like 80! Quarter! 50!
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. That one goes for 30 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
No go! Three down. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Patriots have it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Right 28. 55's mark, Doc. 55.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. So now on fourth down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A reminder, coming up tomorrow night, it's the one weekend of the year where we get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game. Then Broncos and Raiders, Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and also the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game at 10:30 Eastern. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, Steelers.
Black 20. 53. That's Nickers. That's spin. Check. 50.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's a big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Right back to Connor here on first. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Like 80. Like 50. Let's get off the field, D.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
Snickers, 66.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives this to White. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Roethlisberger on first down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Bravo!
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All day, baby, all day. Check. Check out.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Steelers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, Wood.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
On first down, it's Connor. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Jack 15. -50. Hey, Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Watch out.
On 2nd down, Snell, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Steelers on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Go, go. It's run. It's run. They run it.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Patriots 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
72. It's a safety grip.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Start! 230. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check safety, check safety. Wide, get wide.
Starting the drive with Snell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it, baby.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Alert 3. 44.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Easy.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
I got you, boy. Check 99. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Takes both of them. Check 4.
They'll run here with counter. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Slam. Jumper. He's 2. SOS. 44.
He'll try and run forward with Connor. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Like 80. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Double bump. Like 50. Hey, Steve 6.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now Roethlisberger. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's connector. Connector. It's going to be a little good. No foul. Tighten up.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Here's Snell on third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
To throw on third down, Brady. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing now is Brady. Looking deep for Demarius. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Black it up.
On first down, it's Connor. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
On second down now. It's Connor, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. with 1:53 left. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Wait, 20.
Check 55, Mike. Oh, get him.
Wait, 28.
Brady now on first down. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill.
On the handoff, it's Snell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Check three. 25.
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Like 80.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?